then he was like, well, I don't know how to start a Facebook group. So then I started it for him. And then it was funny because somebody like pointed it out, like, hey, what the hell? You started the elite 1% group, and now you started the 99 group. What the hell? And I go, dude, as always, the 1% always control the 99. Got all fucking mad.
That was fucking sweet. Welcome back for the first time. It is time for Toy Detox, high conversation for the plastic addicts. This week we're playing a bit of 1, 2, 3, not it. So Mike Lyons, Sway 66 is not here, but the man with the fucking shoe game is Tyler. What's up, man?
What's going on, bro?
Ain't nothing, man. I'm just fucking tired. And as always, I am the motherfucker telling us what time it is. Hey, so what'd you think about the Super Bowl right quick, man? Because I'm still very frustrated.
Why are you frustrated, man? It went down exactly how I said it was going to go
down. No!
Yes, it did.
No!
Yes, it did. I said the Panthers were going to be in over their head. They were going to get caught up in all the commotion that is the Super Bowl. They didn't really have the leadership that they needed to have. The Broncos got out in front like they needed to. They shut down their pass game. The Broncos secondary was great. And it went down exactly how I said it was going to.
I'm angry. Angry, dude. It just looked like they had never been to the fucking Super Bowl before in ever of history of the existence.
Panthers had, one guy that had been to the Super Bowl before? The guy that used to play for the Ravens?
Yeah, other than that, it was just, oh, man. And you could just see Cam was just so, like going to your first concert, and you don't know if you should sit or stand when they're playing music and shit. Oh, man. It was.
You know what? I can tell you, I'm probably the most disappointed in Cam. Like, I like Cam. Like, I think he's a great guy. More than once at company events and
nice,
different things like that. He's been a stand-up guy, real gentleman.
Mm.
I think he's a lot like LeBron. Like he came in the first couple of years, and he came in really hot. Thought he was the man, and he humbled out. And I think he started listening to some of the people that were around him. But I was more disappointed because. After that, I don't remember if it was a score or if it was that missed field goal, whatever it was, when he did a somersault backwards and fell down, and then the end zone hit where he wanted to, and he started throwing a tantrum like he was a 5-year-old, kicking his legs and pounding the ground. I was like, dude, come on.
Yeah. I honestly, I checked out at about the. We were at a Super Bowl party, and I had to leave at about the third quarter because I had to get home and get on my homework because I'm just so far behind, man, in school. And everybody's Facebook because I was tweeting it. I was tweeting the game. I was on the tweeters. I was tweeting the game and I was on Facebooking the game and everything. And I left the party, came home to get on my homework, and every fucking body was texting me. Even my mom, dude. Even my mom. So I called my wife, who was still at the party, and I was like, "Babe, what happened?" And she's like, she would tell me not to get off the phone. Then I called, "Babe, wait, what happened?" And she tell me not to get off the phone. So the last quarter, I didn't get to. I think half of the third I didn't get to watch. But oh man, that's all I got. That's all I got.
just alienated our audience.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell fuck yeah. Hey, okay, what did you, so let's bring some of the audience back. Commercials, bro. Commercials. Trailers, bro. What trailers stood out in your mind?
I like the X-Men one. It looked good.
Mm-hmm.
I know we talked about it before.
These were all different cuts, right?
What was that?
These were all different cuts, though, right? They were all new cuts, right?
Some of them were the same. The one where like Apocalypse slams the guy down into the ground and he becomes huge, But there was a couple new ones. But I think I'm back again for right now. I'll go see it.
Well, when were you out? Why were you out?
Just those first images, like I didn't like the way Apocalypse looked. Like I don't know, I've just been turned off to the X-Men movies. Like I just haven't been able to get into them, man. And I know the last two supposedly have been good, but
would you say the X-Men movies have been a worse representation than the Transformer movies?
Ooh.
Hey. Oh, hey, there's a topic.
I would say just as bad.
You think so?
Yeah.
See, I don't know about that. I don't know about that, dude. Why do you think that?
Well, I just go back to the first X-Men movie, right? Like characters, more aspects of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like Wolverine had the hair and he had claws, so he was Wolverine.
Mm-hmm.
Optimus Prime was a truck and he was blue and red.
Oh yeah, good call.
But that Optimus Prime didn't look like that flat-nosed semi, and Wolverine doesn't wear a black leather Matrix suit. You know what I mean? So I don't know. That first X-Men movie just looked like a bad S&M porn.
But that movie was destined for that anyways, right? Because it wasn't a full-fledged effort in the first place, right? There was so much switching around and changes made in the last inning of the shit, right?
Yeah, I know they had a bunch of screen rewrites, and then Hugh Jackman wasn't even supposed to be Wolverine, right?
Yeah.
Didn't the guy break his arm or something? They had to recast it.
Fuck if I know. I just know, I don't even know who the original Wolverine was supposed to be. I just remember when I first saw that it was gonna be Hugh Jackman, and I was like, what the fuck, Hugh Jackman? How the fuck is that gonna work? Oh man, I don't know. I tend to give the X-Men movies, even though you're right, that first one was a pretty. But I was in Germany for that first one, so that I was in Germany and away from my family for the first. Just had like a sentimental value of home to me, so I guess that's why I kind of gave it a pass. You know what I'm saying?
Your options were limited.
Yeah, for movies that I understood were very limited, dude. So maybe I gave it a pass because as exciting as it was to see Transformers on the screen, I just knew that was not anything that I even recognized when it came to Transformers. Not get fully engaged in it, but I just I don't know.
You know what though? As bad as those movies were, I mean, they both kicked off, I guess, to the mainstream. Like, at least it was before it, whatever. But I mean, those movies kind of really launched this whole comic book era that we're in now. I think you can kind of trace the DNA back to those movies.
You know what? You just brought up a good point. Fucking Blade gets totally left out of the whole Marvel. I don't know, when people refer to Marvel movies and the Marvel universe on the cinematic screen. No one fucking even. Which I guess that's the way. Even though it was done by them, it was done totally separate from everything, right? But I don't think it gets its. That was one of the first well done Marvel movies, man.
Yeah, I was gonna say the first two were good. I think 3 is where they lost me on that one.
3 was actually where they lost him on that one, because I remember that was the beginning of his downward spiral, because he refused to. He didn't want to do the movie in the way they did it, where they brought the extra people on and all of that shit. Because he was like, this movie's about Blade. Why the fuck are you bringing these two alive? Even though I like Ryan Reynolds in almost everything, even in that fucking the Green Lantern, you know. But
let's not even talk about that.
Yeah, it was fucking terrible. But he was really upset about that shit to the point that he didn't even want to do the he didn't even want to go on the campaigns for the fucking advertise, the whole media advertisement shit. You do all the interviews. He didn't want to have anything to do with it. He was totally pissed about that shit, man. And I think that the conspiracy theory goes that listed. The plan was hatched to get him arrested and taken out of the Hollywood spectrum.
All right.
For the taxes that he didn't do.
The conspiracies for another podcast.
And how did that other bill? Oh, man.
Speaking of Ryan Reynolds, though.
What's that?
You excited for Deadpool?
Oh, I've already got it laid out for the week, sir. So I'm ditching school on Wednesday. I'm ditching.
Didn't you just say you were so far behind you got to leave the Super Bowl party early? I'm
going to fucking be even further behind because I'm ditching school on Wednesday. I'm ditching, and I don't care. Like, we're expecting to get some kind of snow. And I from what I understood, it was supposed to have been like some bullshit flurries that wasn't going to stick, like 2 days of that shit. But I was in class today, and my teacher, she's actually pushed out our midterms till next week, possible weather. So what something there that may accumulate outside. I'm going postman style. If the snow, I will be in the theater on Wednesday evening. I'm leaving class. I'm telling my teacher I'm not playing. I don't give a fuck. You can put down what you want to put down. I'm walking out of this classroom, and I'm going to the movie theater. I'm going to see Deadpool. And then I'm going to see it again on Friday when I go to South Carolina. I'm going to kick it with Jason from Get Right Robot.
Nice.
I'm staying at their crib for the night, and I'm going to go see. Me and him are going to go see it. I think me, him, and his wife Mo. She's awesome. I think we're all going to go see it. And then I'm going to see it on my way back from South Carolina to Georgia on Saturday. So, yeah, those will be my 3 times. And then I'll get a 4th in with the family at some point.
You're out of control.
I am so out of control. What about you? What about you, sir?
I don't know, man. Today's my my first full day in New York City.
Oh, tell me about that, man.
So I'm going to have to, I'm sure there's not a shortage of movie theaters, but I'm going to have to go figure out where one's at close to me and figure out a time that makes sense.
Whereabouts in New York? Now, do you do state to state hunting when you get around? Like, I love it. When I used to travel, I used to love to go to these different states and different countries and hit up all the different toy spots and shit. Do you do that as well?
Well, man, it's kind of tough. Like, literally, I'm in the heart of Manhattan right now.
Do you know how many shops, comic and toy shops are there?
Coming to you live from my hotel room.
Oh.
You know what, man? Like, I've been looking at some of the groups trying to get some suggestions. So if anybody's out there who's listening, if you know of any cool toy shops in the greater 5-borough area, hit me up.
Screw that. My stepdaughter, she's from New York. She's actually in Louisiana at college right now, but and get some shop information. At minimum, she knows all the comic and anime spots that typically have toys as well too. But
yeah, well, I've hit the Midtown Comics is a big one. I think it's on 40th or 41st. Like, I mean, they're pretty big in the comic business to the point they get their own covers and stuff. And I mean, it's 3 floors. A lot of comic books. Their toy selection's okay. You'll get some G1 stuff in there. Last time I was in there, they had some Chug stuff, but nothing masterpiece. I didn't see any third party, nothing like that.
It's hard for that, man. Like, I know, unless you're in California or some shit. I know there's I went to a store here. We have a lot of Dave's Comics, and they had one third party figure. It was that roller, that battle roller.
Oh yeah,
I had never seen. And then I went to a spot in Columbia, South Carolina called Heroes and Dragons, and they had a few, but it's very rare that you see. I guess because I've been to a few shops across the states, and I've never seen third party in the stores. Be awesome, which would be awesome.
Well, I figured if anywhere would have it, right? I figured somebody out here may have it. So I don't know. I'll do a little hunting. I'll see what I can find. I've been to that Toys R Us that's in Times Square that's 4 floors and got a Ferris wheel and all kinds of nonsense in it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's overpriced even for Toys R Us price because it's overpriced. So
shit, you're in New York. Everything's overpriced.
Man, tell me about it.
Yeah, I still haven't been to New York. That's one place I want to go. And my fucking my in-laws are in.
How have you never been here then?
I don't fucking know. You know what it is? It's a curse, dude. That's what I think it is. When I first went into the army, I had the opportunity to choose my duty station. At first, they were trying to give me this mountain recon unit out in New York, some fucking where. And I was like, hell no, I'm not going. So I turned that down and chose something different. And I've never gotten a chance to go to New York since then. I think it's a curse. Obviously, that's full of shit. I don't know. I've never had time. I've always been either out of the country or I'm traveling because of work. These last 2 years have been the most time I've been home in the past decade, I think.
Wow.
Can I say that? I think I can say that. I think I'm correct. So, and what's the exciting thing you're doing? And like, have you seen any like terrorists or anything? Have you stopped any terrorist events? Have you been down to the 77 WAPC studios to see Curtis and Kubi?
No. No, I have not stopped any terrorist activities. I have not seen any. But if I do, I will be sure to ring the freedom bell.
I'm just wondering. Go ahead.
And represent this great country of America.
There you go. Fucking freedom. Fuck. What are you doing with your time in New York, bro? What are you doing with it?
Well, so I actually accepted a new position within my. I did take it.
Okay.
So I'm kind of out here, kind of boots on the ground for a couple weeks. I'm gonna be out here for like 10 days before I fly back home to Vegas. Then a couple days in Vegas. Then I got to go to Orlando. Then back to Vegas, spend a couple more days, and then I got to come back out to New York. So I'm gonna be kind of
you're on the road,
coast to coast here for a little while.
That's good stuff. That's good stuff. You get that in.
And you have to collect all those freaking flyer miles, right?
Yeah, you get that shit in, bro. Enjoy the hotels and stuff.
Yeah, well, I'll up as many points as I can, so TFCon will be as cheap as it will be.
Now, do they let?
Most of those conventions, like I've done it before. Like you just don't book at the group rate.
Yeah, I was finna say I tried it before. So, with the group rate, they wouldn't let me use my points.
Yeah, so you just book it on your own.
Oh, okay.
So, well.
Hey, you brought up a point when we were talking about the trailers, right? Like, and this is something I want to discuss for a minute. Like we tend to put so much on a trailer. Not saying you and I, but I think all of the fandom, we seem to put a lot on the trailer, man. And then start. It's almost like the reveals, like I put them together, but like the third party reveals. And they'll put up like a silhouette or some shit like that, and then immediately and start shit bagging it. Oh man, look at those proportions! Those proportions are totally off. And like for a trailer, like we see the trailer, and then all of a sudden we start dissecting the trailer. And next thing you know, the movie's either been given the pass or given the fake idea, like as if the trailer is actually the movie when we know it's been cut a certain way to not reveal the whole movie. What do you think about that?
Well, I mean, it all comes down to marketing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to create hype. They're trying to create people to get on the internet and talk about it, or just, water cooler talk to kind of create a... Can you hear me okay, Mickey?
I can hear you perfectly, sir.
Okay, sorry. Anyway, so it's just a marketing machine. I mean, they do what they do best. I mean, it's just like Star Wars.
Well, no, I get that. I think they're fine with that. I'm talking about within the fandom, our reaction to it.
That's just like anything else, man. Like everybody wants the internet, and everybody's got a voice, and everybody's got a platform.
Yeah. So
everybody thinks their opinion needs to be heard. You know what I mean? But like the whole thing with trailers, right? So you can do it right, and you can do it wrong. Like, how many Star Wars trailers did we see? Like 4 or 5 different versions?
Yeah.
And nobody had any idea of what was going on.
And
right?
Still don't.
Yeah, and then you have, and like this one's really my gripe, right? Well, actually, I have 2 gripes with trailers right now.
Don't you start that Spoilers bullshit, Tyler.
Just Star Wars spoilers. That anything else we can talk spoilers all day long. Just don't spoil my Star Wars. No, but I mean this Batman versus Superman trailer. Like I think it's gone too far. Like they've.
What do you mean by that?
I think they've shown too much of their hand.
I don't think so. See, I totally don't think so.
I don't know, man. Like,
tell me why do you think that? Tell me why do you think that?
Well, I mean, they could have left the Batman versus Superman. I mean, they didn't have to show us anything of Wonder Woman yet. They didn't have to show us, you know, is going to be. Why did I just blank his name?
You just pulled a Marco Rubio. You just pulled a Marco Rubio.
The guy who killed Superman. Why can I not think?
Hey, you fucker! You just pulled a Marco Rubio.
Damn. So, like, if that thing is Doomsday,
yeah,
I don't know. Now people are saying it's not. You know what I mean? But like, they didn't have to show all this stuff. Now, like, I feel like the waters are almost too muddy.
But see, okay, that's what I'm talking about right there. That's that shit I'm talking about. That's that shit that gets my goat, Tyler. I'm saying like, okay, so you just said they cut this shit. They cut these trailers to generate the buzz, the hype, and to get everybody talking one way or another. So you really think they're sharing? Well, I'm going to finish my thought, then I'm going to say something that's going to completely completely go against it, conflict with it. I think that they're putting all of their gems in the basket in the trailer. Now, having said that, having had you ask it, there have been a number of movies that the best fucking scenes in the movie are in the fucking trailer.
Absolutely, so, and that was gonna be my next thing, but you beat me to it. Like, not even seeing this movie yet, right? I think you're gonna have a conflict between Batman and Superman, right? Mm-hmm. Then it's good, which it'll have to be early in the movie, and then at some point they're gonna have to team up to fight Doomsday. And then you can take your Wonder Woman and insert her anywhere in there you want. You know, everyone keeps saying, oh, she had a vision of Batman versus Superman fighting each other. Or you could plug into, she had a vision of Doomsday. Whatever it is, like, we kind of have what the sequence of events are going to be for the movie.
People are saying that. Even like, okay, we both listen to Nerd Rage, right? And I know they...
Hey, time out on that, okay? Shout out to Bobby and Adam, since they say we never shout them out.
They said that? Did they say that?
They said once.
Are you serious? Like, we talk about you guys every fucking show, dude.
Exactly. So, Bobby and Adam, this is your official Nerd Rage Radio shout out. All right, time in. Go ahead.
Okay, we're going to come back to that, too, because I got a point on that. Okay, but, damn, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah. Okay, so Nerd Rage was talking about it. They're consistent. For anybody who doesn't listen to Nerd Rage, check Nerd Rage out, because they are constantly breaking down trailers and going through them and cutting them up and dissecting them. And I think they will be a perfect example of what I'm talking about. So we go so deep into breaking down a trailer that we totally ruin the movie for ourselves with no real understanding or idea what the movie's really going to be about. And we all do it. I know we're getting ready to do it right now, right? But I don't think that, well, my real point was that Nerd Rage, they went through the whole Batman trailer, Batman vs. Superman, and they're saying basically the same thing. And I think a lot of us are on that same path of thinking that same thing. I'm of a mind that it's not going to be like that. I'm thinking, and I'm not thinking it's going to be for the better, but I'm thinking they're going to take that Batman vs. Superman deal. That's going to be the majority. I think they're doing the Dark Knight. I mean, common sense says they're doing the Dark Knight Returns storyline, sort of, right? Or the Frank Miller Dark Knight storyline, right? And I think that all of those extra little bits and pieces are going to come in towards the end. I think that the Doomsday, will be thrown in there somewhere, maybe in the beginning, maybe. I don't think he's the major villain. I don't think, because they wouldn't show him that fast, you know? I don't think he's the main, is going to be Darkseid or some shit. And I think Nerd Rage touched on that as well. I think the
how much crap can you cram into one movie?
Don't ask that question.
No, I am going to ask that. Like, if you want to tag Darkseid, I mean, he's a huge, like, he is like one of the best, if not the best, DC bad guy, right?
One of the best, yeah.
Why would you not save him for another movie?
I think they are, though, but I think they are.
or like Marvel did with Thanos.
Well, that's the thing that everybody's thinking is going to be. Well, that's the running speculation right now is that we'll get a teaser of either we'll get a teaser of Darkseid or we'll be introduced to Darkseid at the end, which will bring about the reason for forming the Justice League or whatever, right? And then going into the next, I don't know, 1, 2, or 3 Justice League movies, we'll actually see that story unfold. I think they got something for us that we're not even fucking thinking about. We're not even focusing on. We're not even prepared for. But here's the question: what if they didn't have like some major super monster hero? I mean villain. What if? Wait, time out. Okay, all right. Time in. Thank you. Time in. What if they just had? What if the main story was the battle between or the conflict between Superman and Batman, and they introduced these other characters, bits and pieces here and there, as little tips to the hats, and then towards the end, they brought in their introduction to Darkseid. What if?
Well, that's fine. Where are you going to fit Doomsday there?
Doomsday's a fucking throwaway, man. They're gonna use him for a battle with Superman because Lex Luthor's probably trying to manipulate Superman into doing something. You know what I'm saying? So, because you remember that scene? Oh, I hate to be this guy, but I'm going to be him. Remember that scene where Superman's kind of like, not really kneeling, but he's down before Lex Luthor, and Lex Luthor kind of reaches his hands out towards him? Mm-hmm. So that interaction is forced. Now, Superman has way more power than Lex Luthor, but of course Lex Luthor is the brain. All right, so that conflict there it had to be brought about by something, and I'm thinking that Doomsday will be the wheel for that conflict between those two coming face to face, or that climax those two coming face to face. But I don't think that Doomsday is going to be a major figure in this movie. I just don't see that. He was revealed way too early.
Well, then again, why are you going to waste Doomsday and put him in the movie?
He was never Doomsday's never been shit though, huh?
Well, I mean, he's come back in many different iterations, but I mean, like, it's a good read. I mean, to me, Death of Superman still holds up.
Oh yeah, it was definitely good.
If you go back and read it today, like, it still holds up. But just do yourself a favor. If anybody who's listening to this, if you have not read Frank Miller's Dark Knight Returns, pause this podcast, buy it in the trade. It is some of the best Batman writing there's ever been.
And if you don't have time, what it means. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say they can make the. I mean,
but see, that's what I'm saying though. That's what I'm saying.
Really, really good.
That's what I'm saying. They actually could do that. Well, your phone sounds fucked up.
So first it was
better,
really good.
Better now. Now it's better. I don't know what you were doing if you were like under a bridge, but it's cleared up. It's better now.
I'm out in Times Square looking to score.
Okay.
Well, no, but I mean, like, they can make the whole movie just that. Like, you don't need Wonder Woman. You don't need Lex Luthor. You don't need any of these other characters.
Nah, but they do, and I tell you why they do. Because they're trying to launch their universe, and they're using this to launch it.
Well, I get that, but I mean, like, dude, if you pack too much fuel into the plane, it blows up, right?
No, not if you have good management. Not if you have good fuel management. If you have good writers and a good vision, you can do anything. Just because we can, well, not we, because of course I obviously can see it. Just because you guys can't see it, can't comprehend it, doesn't mean it's not doable.
I just think the waters are going to get too muddy, man. I think they're going to start too many storylines, and they're not going to be able to wrap it up.
Listen,
and not in a good way. Not like Star Wars, where it was in a good way. I think this is going to be bad.
Don't be scared to reach around, Tyler. Don't be scared to reach around. I think it'll work. I think it'll work. I mean, it could possibly be fucking horrible, but I think that if they go about it the right way, if they have the right team, the right vision, you can do. It's just a matter of writing, man. They got the actors. They definitely have the actors. They definitely have the budget. They have a good director. So it's just a matter of them having the storyline and holding it together. And it's possible. I think it's very possible. Everyone seems to want to put them in the box and be like, you can't do this because no one else does it. That's when great things are made. When you do stuff that nobody else is doing, which they are actually doing something that somebody else is doing, but still the way they're going about doing what someone else is already doing is still not being done by anyone else. So, yeah.
I guess.
How about that? How about that?
How about that turtle trailer, though?
Oh my God! I think, and it's just this is just me. Who am I but brave? But I think that one, Deadpool, two, Turtles are going to be the biggest and best movies.
So, see, you yourself just put Batman versus Superman under Turtles.
You know what? Not because I want to, not because I have low expectations for Batman versus Superman. I just think that one, Deadpool is the underdog, but it's that fan movie that you know how we as fans like bitch and great. Well, they didn't do this right. They didn't get that right. You know, Deadpool is doing that. They're taking their time and they're making sure they do that fan. It's like a fan movie on crack. You know what I'm saying? That's why I think it's going to be so fucking big. And I hope that with them being with the success, it'll convince some of these other movie studios to stick closer to the source material and be a little more true to the source material. Can you say more truer? No, I'm sorry. Forgive me for that. But and as far as the yet again, they're giving you everything that you remember from your childhood, and they're doing it like there's no shame in it. They're giving it to you, dude. When they showed Rocksteady and Bebop, when they brought Shredder back with a real Shredder, man, I was like, oh, these guys are giving it to us. They're giving it to us. Whoever this guy is directing it, the same guy who directed the last one, right? He feels. He can't get past fucking Michael Bay wanting to dick up the costumes. I can live with that. You know, Michael Bay's got to put his dick in it some kind of way. But this dude feels the Turtles.
But like, not to cut you off though, man, but have you noticed the difference in the Turtle last movie to this movie?
I do not fucking know what the fuck you just said. Your shit sounds like Transformers.
That's my new Michael Bay act.
What the fuck did you just say?
I was just gonna say, have you noticed the appearance in the Turtles has changed?
Yeah, it has.
They're much cleaner. I think they're much closer to the source material. They don't have all the crazy jewelry and bamboo chest shields and all that other nonsense.
Yeah, they still got a little bit of shit on them, but no, you're right. Nowhere near as that other shit. I think the guy did the first one. I think that he was like, okay, I gotta kiss Michael's ass. I gotta kiss Mr. Bay's ass. We're gonna make this movie. We're still gonna do it the way I want to do it, but we're gonna do it the way he wants to do it as well. Make the money and then come back and really give the people what they want. Because I'm looking at this part 2 as a part 1. To be completely real with you.
Or part 1B.
Yeah. Like the reboot that you're happy about. Because I fucking hate reboots. This is the reboot you're happy about. Man.
Yeah.
Huh?
Well, no, I was gonna say, man, like I grew up on Turtles. Like I have the entire cartoon collection still, like on DVD. Like I'm a big Turtles fan, and like when I saw Bebop and Rocksteady, I was like, okay, now we're getting back into it. Then you see the Shredder again, and I'll tell you what, man, that last clip when you saw Krang.
Oh yeah.
You know, I mean, we've heard all the rumors. Oh, Krang's gonna be in it. Oh, Krang's gonna be in it. And then that one weird looking picture surfaced where it was like he was kind of like in that chair thing that he used to be in, like kind of like the first toy was. But man, I tell you what, man, when that whole bodysuit hit that helicopter pad, and I think it's Michelangelo like taps on the glass, or whatever, and then you see. Tell you what, man, that's gonna be good.
That's gonna be some kind of fucking good. The camera come from the over the shoulder. I saw like Krang's the side of his head. I was like, that's the fucking Krang suit. That's not like a Hollywood interpretation of the Krang suit. That is the fucking Krang suit. You know what I'm saying? Man, I'm so all in for this damn turtle. Man, I want it now.
You know what though? But like they did the update a favor. I mean, they still made it had some G1 aesthetics, but it was like they updated it. Like, if it was gonna be in the real world, that's what it would look like.
Yeah. It's a total credit to everything the Turtles is. This series of Turtles movies is on point. I don't have the words.
So you're gonna break out your hammer pants and be singing "Go Ninja."
Go Ninja! I'm gonna do the Go Ninja, Go Ninja, Go. I'm gonna do the whole. Okay, so in the first movie they had, in the second movie they had the Vanilla Ice on the soundtrack. I'm doing both.
So you're gonna shave your head, get a high top, your leather jacket, and gold chain.
I'm going to have the little necklace that says number with a little that said number 1. I'm going to have all that shit. And I remember all of Vanilla Ice's dance moves. I used to practice them shits ad nauseum. You know what I'm saying?
All 5 of them?
Yeah, he did. He did kind of get redundant with those dance moves, didn't he? But he could fucking dance. You can't take nothing from Vanilla Ice, bro. I'm sorry. Hey, you can't take it from him, dude. Man, I can't wait for this shit. I'm going to be fucking 12 years old again, dude. In the theater. And that's what I'm looking forward to. What are your complaints about Deadpool?
None yet.
You're all in?
I'm in, man. I think it looks good. I think like I said earlier, I think they're staying close to the source material. I'm just trying to figure out who some of these other characters are supposed to be that are in the trailer. You know, besides Colossus.
Yeah, because I've never read any of the. I've not read anything as far as Deadpool comics go beyond the original Marvel stuff from back in the day when he first appeared.
Yeah, in the early '90s.
Yeah, from what I understand, it's pretty fun. It's pretty crazy.
It looks good though, and you know, I was just reading an article actually about Ryan Reynolds and like the fact like he signed up to do Deadpool in whatever movie it was, if it was X-Men or Wolverine. Like I said earlier, I wasn't paying attention, but like I guess when he wanted to be Deadpool, and I guess like when they got done with the movie or whatever, like he was upset, like he felt like that they didn't do justice to the character. So when they finally I guess when they greenlit the Deadpool movie, like he made it a fact, like, no, I'm Deadpool, like I'm gonna do it right this time. Like I guess he was like not campaigning for it, but like pushing the studios to like let him do it again, let him do it right.
He did.
And like to me, like that's stand up. Like to me, he must A, know the source material, and B, he must have an appreciation for it. I mean, if he's gonna go out of his way and it's like, no, I am Deadpool, I'm gonna do this right. Like that's admirable.
If you look at everything they're doing advertisement wise, he gets that character. He is that character. Like in the way that Hugh Jackman took Wolverine, and now when you look at Wolverine, you think Hugh Jackman. You know what I'm saying? I think on a more on a far much more pure level, he's really taken over the whole Deadpool. I mean, he's fucking Deadpool, dude. Like the whole little jokes he's doing, little trailers, little online commercials. He's breaking the fourth wall already, you know. And he's doing this. And if I remember correctly, they put together that first trailer we saw like way back in the day was actually supposed to be something they put together to show the studios what it will look like if they did it. That's correct, right?
That's what I've heard.
Yeah, so I'm wondering how in this movie is like just how much production off of this, because he's all in this shit, man. Him and the director, they're all in this shit.
Well, I was gonna say, do we know if he's a producer on the movie?
I don't know that, but I'm wondering if he is, because he's got so much of himself invested. I find it hard to believe, with everything he's doing in this movie, with all the things that he's coming up with, the changes he's made, like even the advertisement scripts, the trailer scripts, the little sneak peeks and all of that shit, the 12 days of Deadpool, all of that shit that he's coming up with that he's been doing. All of the media, the whole kit and caboodle, the whole bag of shit they've been doing for it, he's all in it. I cannot believe that he's just the actor. He's just the guy they hired on the plate to wear the mask. He doesn't have anything invested, because even what's his name, Christian Bale, as the Batman movies started rolling, and they got deeper. He got in deep with that shit, and that became his fucking movie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, he wasn't like
well,
he wasn't the executive.
No, I was going to say the same article I was reading. Like it talked about how he had the script or whatever, but they would like let him go and just let him freestyle like jokes, like one right after the other.
And he has the personality to do it, dude. He definitely has the chops to do it. I just say that he definitely has the personality to do it, dude.
Yeah, well, it was funny because I guess they kind of had to reel him in. Like one of the jokes that I don't want to screw it up, but it said something like, "You're gonna serve at Olive Garden either endless tossed salads." Dude,
that's perfect.
I started laughing out loud on this plane, and I'm reading this article to myself, and I break out laughing, and I had to ride center. Which, that sucked.
That always sucks.
I had to center, and like both people on each side of me, like both looked at me, and like, gave me the "what's so funny" look, and so then I repeated the jokes, and they thought it was hilarious. But then that was the other crazy thing is like that spawned like pretty much nothing but a Deadpool conversation.
That's excellent. That's what that's the
well,
live
to
for.
me, like. That's a big deal for a character. Like, he's going to talk about. Joe knows who Deadpool is. They know who Batman is. They know who the X-Men are. So they're doing something right.
I think they're going to walk away with him. If he wasn't already approaching it, this is definitely going to make him a household name. They're doing a great job, huh?
Are you talking Ryan Reynolds?
No, I'm talking Deadpool.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, man, ladies love Ryan.
Oh yeah, Ryan's already he's already there, bastard. I love Ryan Reynolds myself, dude. Like, it's hard pressed. You'd be hard pressed to find a Ryan Reynolds movie that I don't like, because he's just a fucking he's a great funny guy,
So what you're saying is that you enjoy the occasional romantic comedy? Is that what you're saying, Mickey?
I'm married. My soul's been broken. I have no shame. I know my squalor and I lay in it. You know what I'm saying? I'm so far beyond being embarrassed by that kind of shit. Frozen, you know what I'm saying?
All right, real the Notebook.
You know what? I've actually only seen The Notebook once.
Liar.
I promise you. I've only seen it once, but during the time we watched it, I was in Kuwait, and you get every movie in Kuwait because everything is on bootleg DVD, right? Everything. I think all bootlegs go through there. You know what I'm saying? And when you're overseas, dude, any movie you can watch that's American, you want to watch it, so you don't even give a shit. Like in chick flicks.
So you didn't watch it with your wife? You watched it with Intent Full of Men?
That wasn't the intent. No, Kuwait's not like that. Kuwait's modern, dude. Like they have they still got a little Sharia law type shit to a certain extent. Well, not as harsh, but you walk out in Kuwait. If it wasn't for all the sand, you think you were in like California or Hollywood or something because of all the fucking expensive cars riding around. But no, they have these little they have these what's the best word for it? They have what do you call them? Flea markets. They had these flea markets. They call it bazaars. And you go there and you can buy, everything. Watches, movies is the major thing there. Carpets, all kinds of shit, right? So you got your movie man. You go to your movie man to his little flea market booth, and you just buy all the fucking latest DVDs. You know what I'm saying? Of all the shit that's in the theater, shit that's coming out to the theater, before the theater. All. There was the fucking movie. I want to say it's The Transporter. Taken. I saw Taken in the Middle East. Like, I think I saw that movie almost a full year before it was even released in the States.
Wow.
Yeah, because everything, screeners, pre-screeners, all of that shit gets booked. You know what I'm saying? And I remember going to the little bazaar shit. As a matter of fact, I was in Iraq, I think. I was in one of those little dirtbag countries. So we were at the little local bazaar, and there's like tables and tables and tables of movies and bootleg games and bootleg applications and stuff, right? Programs and stuff, right? And I remember passing over that fucking Taken movie like 1,000. I didn't know at the time. I did not have any concept of who Liam Neeson was, right? So I just kept looking like, I don't want this shit. I don't want this shit. And I finally fucking watched it because I had to ran through all the new bootlegs for that week, and so I finally fucking blown away by how good the fucking movie is. And then like 6 months, 8 months later, my Stace had sent me a message saying, "Hey man, you got to see Taken, dude, when you get back. So you can see Taken." I'm like, I already seen that shit, dude. It was a good time.
How do you know who Liam Neeson is?
You know what? I didn't put it. I think either I didn't channel my mindset from that time frame, right? But I either I didn't recognize him, or I couldn't remember the Highlander, or I remembered Highlander. Fucking Highlander. I think it was fucking.
Forget Highlander. He's Qui-Gon.
Did I? You know what? I don't think I even put the face with it then. I mean, I was in the fucking war zone, dude. Like, I mean, what do you want from me? What the fuck do you want from me, dog? Mortars are coming in. Shit, goddamn. Excuse me that I didn't remember that he was fucking Qui-Gon. I wanted to get my DVD, get my chow, and get back to my fucking chew. Is that okay with you? Is that all right? Fucking Qui-Gon. Fucking Qui-Gon. I think I blocked the whole Phantom Menace out anyway. So what now?
So at these bazaars, is that where you developed your love for KOs?
Oh no, bro! I'm from the hood. Like for instance, all right, and this I think you could appreciate this. So growing up in Atlanta, right? You go down to the 5 Points flea market, right? This is when I was young, and when it was still safe to go down to the 5 Points flea, more semi-safe to go down to the 5 Points flea market. And if anybody never been to Atlanta, doesn't know anything about Atlanta history, downtown Atlanta by 5 Point Station, up the street from it, you had the 5 Points flea market, and you can go there, and they had like the little flea markets, how you can get all your little clothes, your bootleg shit. Long story short, there was a saying: you have Polo, and then you got it's gonna sound fucked up, but you got Polo, and then you got the black people Polo. Because okay, so you get your Ralph Lauren Polo, and if you are a connoisseur of fashion, you know the rules about a polo. It should only come down to a certain length, like right there at your waist. It shouldn't be all long and shit. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But like back in the day, the black people polo, which was really just bootleg polo, you would see motherfuckers in polo shirts that came down to their fucking knees. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that. But you never saw that shit when you went to Lenox Mall or Phipps Plaza, or if you look into a Vogue magazine or some shit. You know, you never saw a polo that fucking big on anyone, right? So that's how you know. And there would be these different patterns. Like you have a polo style shirt with the collar on it, and it would have the polo print all over it. But you never saw that shit when you went to Phipps Plaza. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so, I never saw an all-over print polo.
Yeah, it is. There have been. I've seen polos with dollar signs.
Oh hell no!
But at the flea market, you never saw a rugby polo. You never saw a rugby polo. So that's. I'm just saying that to say that you know, the history of knowing the KO game was already there, dude.
Oh.
Dude, so reached out to Bobby today, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I was bullshit. I was pissed, not pissed off. Like, this is bullshit. Because I was listening to this week's Nerd Rage, and I'm listening to it, and it was one of his friends, one of his, and Joe KW, and I was like, and he sounds like a good guy, but I was like, how the fuck is Joe KW on the fucking on Nerd Rage, and I'm not on Nerd Rage?
You put it on their Facebook page?
No. I sent Bobby a message. I PM'd him, right? So I was like, play it cool, Mick. Play it cool. So I was like, because I've been stalking Shattercast and fucking and more recently Nerd Rage for a while now. Patiently waiting for my time. You know what I'm saying? And so, hey, you ever been on Shattercast, right?
I have been on Shattercast.
There we go. So that's what I was chilling, and I was like, I'm just driving down street, headed to school. And inside of my life, play it cool, bro. Talking to myself, I say, Mick. So I'm like, Mick, play it cool, Mick. Just play it cool. I'm like, nah, man, nah.
Well, actually, Mike and I have both been on Shattercast.
And that's what I'm getting to. I'm like, these motherfuckers done had Mike Lyons on there. They done had fucking Tyler on there. I said, I'm the fucking Shattercast fan. Why the fuck am I not? Dude, I'm talking about like I was fucking livid, dude. I was in my car. This is bullshit. I was like such a stalker. I went into full stalker breakdown mode, bro. So, and those guys, man, they always Shattercast, Nerd Rage, they always give honorable mentions to us, man. And just, you know, having the friendship with Bobby, you know what I'm saying, he'll talk about conversations that we've had, just things like that, the same way that we're doing now, right? So it's not like I mean, I've sat in the fucking room and interviewed Bobby. We had like a long, great discussion. So it's not like we haven't had discussions. It's not like we don't have some kind of rapport, you know, or a friendship, whatever, right? So, but in my mind at the time, because I was just so fucking gone, right? I was like, I'm being snubbed.
Stop being so sensitive.
No, fuck that. You don't understand. I'm a groupie for this show, dude. So I was like, I want my comeuppance, right? So when, do you remember when, do you remember before, okay, I'm putting all my business out. Don't tell anybody, okay? Don't tell anybody. Okay. You remember when just before Robert came on? So I was like, they were down a cast member, and I was like, it's my time. It's your time, Mick. It's your time. And all of a sudden, fucking Robert's on this show. And I was like, what the fuck? So dude, I waited, man. So the last straw, the straw that broke the camel's back, I guess was today. When I heard Joe, was like, because I remember, I think it was like last week or the week before last, Bobby was saying they were going to bring Joe on. And I thought at the time, I was like, Joe H? You gonna fucking bring Joe H on before you bring me? Dude, I was totally fucking having a fucking hand that rocks the cradle moment today. So I reached out to Bobby and I was like, hey man, I'm gonna start a Patreon. I'm gonna start a change.org fucking petition against you. But hey,
you have exceeded the amount of crazy in this episode.
I got a lot of crazy too. So when I PM'd Bobby, he hit me back and he was like, dude, you welcome on anytime. And I was like, finally. So
somebody validated Brave's feelings.
Yeah, I was like, finally, I have arrived. I was like,
you know what, dude? You were quickly going from Mickey Murder Hands to like a Powder Puff Princess song.
Fuck it, I don't care. I'm a groupie for SC. Dude, I love the fucking show, man. So I was like, fuck Toy Detox. I don't need you guys anymore. I'm quitting my job. I'm quitting school. This is the only thing I cared about. Appeared on one episode. That's all I need. I was about to pull up. Hey, you ever seen what is that shit? What was that shit? Oh, Richard Pryor movie. Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy. What was it? Not Sugar Hill. What was that fucking movie, man? Where they're like club owners and shit.
Oh,
everybody was in that fucking movie. Fucking Richard Pryor, Red Fox. Everybody was in that shit. What was that fucking movie, man? I can't believe I can't think of it now. I gotta ask my wife. I'll die if I don't do that. Hold on.
No, it was Harlem Nights.
Yeah, Harlem Nights. Harlem Nights. So you know the scene where the dude's fucking the chick Sunshine? And then so she leaves and shit, right? And he sits up on the bed, he calls his wife, and he's like, look it, I ain't never coming. He's like, yeah, put your mom on the phone. Look it, I ain't never coming home no more. Yeah. Take it easy. I was gonna call you motherfuckers and be like, yeah, I'm doing one episode of SCU. Look it, I ain't never coming home no more. Take it easy. So yeah, that was pretty cool. That was a highlight of my day, as they say. So yeah.
No, I mean, I enjoy the show a lot too, and I mean, all of them are good guys. So
yeah.
Actually, I'm supposed to hook up with Robert D while I'm out here in New York at some point.
Oh, that'll be sweet.
Our schedules can get lined up. Yeah,
that'll be sweet. Man, I really want to get to New York, dude. Like, I've really got to do it. Like, her mom is actually gonna my wife's mom is gonna come down here next week, as a matter of fact. So that'll be cool. But I've got to get to New York and experience that. That's like the fucking mecca of hip hop. That's where hip hop started. I can't believe I've never been there before.
Dude, New York Comic Con's right around the corner.
Huh?
I said New York Comic Con is right around the corner.
Maybe I'll go. Are you going? Well, you'll be there. You know what? Maybe I'll go and I'll come in and kick it with you. How about that?
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, man. That's cool.
Mike, you're not invited.
Fuck you, man.
telling people I'm out running around in the woods with my shirt off, fighting bears and racing wolves or whatever the hell he was talking about.
That was my idea. Kicking trees and raping bears.
Yeah.
I had just watched the trailer for the what's that fucking movie? What's the fuck the relevant whatever the fuck that shit's called. The Revenant?
I have no idea.
Whatever the fuck. I was like, yeah, that's Tyler's ass. He's training right now. Dude, what do you think about Ironhide?
I don't know. Mine is probably sitting in my man cave at home waiting for me.
Oh, that totally sucks for you, buckaroo.
Yeah, I was gonna...
Huh?
I don't know, man. I'm seeing a lot of hate and I'm seeing a lot of love, man.
I am actually one of the people that had so much hate for him that has turned for love hate. How about that? Love hate.
Explain.
Okay, so I reviewed. So a local subscriber sent it to me to review, right? And the deal was the guy was trying to talk me into buying the figure. Like, you know how we all do, try to pressure everybody to buy the shit that we like, right? And I was like, no, that's just gonna be a piece of crap, dude. I'm not fucking with that. And he's like, dude, I'm getting like 2 of them. I'll send you one of them in the review, blah blah blah, right? So he sends me one in the review, and I must say that I fucking like the toy. It still has its issues. I have an issue with that fucking overly long torso and all that shit. But with the mods, this figure would be perfect. And just without the mods, it's still a really good figure. Like in my review, I said I welcomed fucking Takara back to the MP game, right? Because they had obviously stepped out, in my opinion. But another point that I'll make is that it's good in the sense that it feels something that Fans Toys made, but they kind of didn't cross their normal threshold. You dig what I'm saying? Does that make any sense?
Yeah, I don't believe it, but okay.
I'm saying that I think that the figure is good enough to be a bad Fan Toys figure. But that's how good I'm saying Fans Toys is, though. So
okay. Well, there you go with that. It's good enough.
Yeah, it's really good.
Good enough, man.
But what I'm really tripping off of, to your point, is all of the bullying that's going on online concerning Ironhide, dude. There's a lot of fucking bullying.
Yeah, well, it's the internet, so everybody hates everybody else's opinion, and everybody else's opinion is wrong. But, I mean, I watched a couple reviews. I watched Bobby's review, so shout out to Bobby. I think that's number 5 or 6 this episode.
Mm-hmm.
So, and like I watched I watched his review, and the face kept popping off. But I mean, like he gave it, a couple good marks, a couple bad marks. I watched a couple others, and then we obviously have friends in the community that have them too, and it seems like most of them are pleasantly surprised when they actually get him in hand.
He's good.
Like,
good.
Well, no, I'm just gonna say I'm gonna hold my opinion until I actually get it in my hands. So here in 9 days, when I get home, I'll actually open it up and play with it and give you some feedback.
He's worth that. Like, to put it in perspective, I got Wrestle. I shot the review for Wrestle. I transformed him a few times. He's cool. I put him down. I haven't touched him since I actually used him for my on-screen scale comparison or size comparison. And that's been the first time I touched him since I gotten him. And I did this review yesterday. Since I got the Ironhide on my hand, I have not put him down. So it harkens back to that feeling I had with SXS Blur and Gundog. Now, I don't think he's as good as Gundog. Don't get me wrong. But he definitely feels good.
This is the same Gundog that you broke, correct?
And that's just how good that Gundog is. I play with that fucking Gundog. And yes, I'm saying I play with that fucking Gundog, and he's broken. And I still fucking play with him. That fucking figure is a great figure, dude. He is a great figure.
So are you having any of these reported issues with the grapple that I keep reading about?
What issue? That panty thing? The draws?
The panel flap. I heard there's some stress marks on him. I heard some people complaining about paint on him. Kind of surprises me for Make Toys.
Wait, did you not watch my review? Way to support your buddy.
No.
What the fuck?
I only watch real reviewers for it.
Oh, little jokey joke for you. Okay, so this will be the last time Tyler L appears on this fucking show. Nah, I haven't had any issues with him. Like that whole crotch plate thing, I didn't get that because I fucking when I went to move a leg, I saw both sides come up at the same time. I was like, okay, so these aren't individual. And like, cause I remember seeing people like talking about be careful not to break the draws plate or whatever. But I didn't really see what that was referring to. I didn't have enough information at the time. And I kind of just found out on my own what they were talking about. But no, I didn't have any issue with him. I don't have any issue with him, as a matter of fact. Like, no paint issues that I can remember. I think I might have pointed out one thing in the review that was bad as far as paint goes. And it was very, very minimal. Like, it was nothing serious at all. A little bit of color discoloration because of the way the paint lays over the clear plastic of the windshield and all of that shit. Because that full piece is clear, right? Clear plastic. But other than that, the problem was just that he was so bland. But that's a bland character, so what you gonna do?
I actually did watch your review. I'm just busting your balls.
You're fucking right, you did. I mean, so what? Go ahead.
No, I mean, no, I was gonna say I watched it, and I watched your reviews. I watched a couple others, man, and it just, I guess the part that bothers me, it looks like the back of it just doesn't tab together very, very well.
You know what pops off? That fucking headpiece with the grapple thing on it. Mm-hmm. The tabs are there, but they don't. I mean, it's not so bad. It's not floppy at all. Everything is strong. The tabbing is not the best. It's not the best. They should have went a different tabbing method because it doesn't tab very well at all. I think the biggest complaint on that figure for me is the ankle rockers, the ankle hinges. Yeah, that's the biggest complaint on that figure.
Yeah, I was gonna say the feet looked kind of funny on it, and then and again, like I know he's sitting on my desk too at the house. Mm-hmm. But the I don't know. All right, let me try to describe it. I guess it would be the back quarter panel, if that makes sense. So like up above the tires, and that like snaps it into the crane piece. Like I've seen a bunch of people when they transform it, like it's just like the angles aren't like squared. Like it's slightly tipped off. I don't know if that's
wait. What the fuck are we talking about now?
Or if it doesn't line up correctly.
Go back. What are we talking about?
The quarter panel, the rear quarter panel.
You talking about those two little slim pieces that are on a swivel?
No, not the small pieces, but the larger ones. The ones that actually it's the bigger piece. Like the bottom of it slides like in between the tires, and then the other piece like connects it in to like the crane piece itself. Is what it looks like.
And if we're talking about the same piece, I think that's the same part that turns into the head portion, right? That goes around the head.
No. Yeah, kind of generally that same area. And I guess those same like quarter panels kind of like make up his quads or like his calves like on the bot. And I guess I've been hearing.
Oh yeah. I got you. Those are loose. They're not like jiggly, but they don't tab well at all. They don't tab well. They don't hold in place. So like if you can move them with the greatest of ease. How about that?
Okay.
And that is the tracker for the figure.
Yeah. Well, I'll save my full opinion after I get home and I open it up.
Yeah, you say that opinion. Opinion. It's a great figure, though. Don't get me wrong. It's just I can't see. This is gonna sound like I'm shitting on it, right? I don't want any more of that mold. How about that?
Really?
Remember when we talked about before on the show, getting the other one, maybe the X-Transbots one, and then the MMC or whoever the fuck else is making them?
Yeah, it's MMC.
Yeah, I think that's a worthwhile effort, right? I don't think I just couldn't see for the price of him. I couldn't see going in on another one that's exactly the fucking same but a different color because it's just so fucking bland. And I'm looking at Hellfire or whatever the fuck, and he looks the same. He's fucking bland, but he's a fire truck. I don't want to pay that much money.
Pretty much solid red, right?
Yeah, I don't want to pay that much money for two of the same mold. That's just not, the mold is not exciting. It's a good figure. It's a good toy. The transformation is fun, cool, decent, but it's not something I want to pay for again. Not at that price point. Not at that price. I wouldn't mind that price point. Huh?
No, I was gonna say, like, I was originally thinking, like, get Inferno from MMC and get who is it, Artfire from DX9.
That's exactly what I'm talking about doing. That's exactly what I'm talking about, and I think that would be worthwhile. But to Ironhide, I'm surprised by how much I like him, and I'm upset by that. I told Bobby, I said, I'm upset by that, man. I'm upset by the fact that I like him.
Really?
Yeah.
So, who would you say he is most similar to in the MP line?
As far as
everything.
Quality?
Quality of build, you know. Presence on the shelf.
What are the last original MP molds we've got in here, Autobot wise? Was the last original one fucking
Tracks?
I mean, good ones. Wheeljack, yeah. Okay, so I would say I can't give him the full credit of a Wheeljack because Wheeljack is damn near perfect. Like,
yeah, he is.
He's that's the pinnacle of MP right there. But he's close to that, and that's why I say he feels like he's good enough to say that Takara is back on their shit, right? He's good enough to say that it's it feels like an effort from Fans Toys, but they could have did a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't as good as the rest of their shit around that level. You know what I'm saying? I have to give him that. He's a good figure. That head mechanism everybody's complaining about, it's supposed to be like that.
Okay, so would you say better or worse than a Lambo?
I say better than a Lambo.
Really?
Yeah, he's definitely
better or worse than a Datsun?
Ooh, that's a hard one because I gotta dig back up those original feelings that I had when I first got the Datsuns. They were pretty good. When we got those Datsuns, man, that was a game changer for me right there.
Okay. So
he's somewhere in between a Lambo and a Datsun. Somewhere in between there. But because he's bigger and there's more bot to mess with, oh man, I gotta give it to him. He's doing good. He's got a great the transformation is fun. The transformation is genius. I will say the transformation is good. The only thing stopping me from giving you a perfect 10 on this fucking figure is the laziness with those fucking flaps in the ass butt and the fact that, and this is turning into a review rant, right? The fact that fans could go and come up with a fucking mechanism to put those fucking tires where they should be and make the chest and the lat area look the way it should be. And Takara didn't. That's just that irritates me, dude. And that's why I'm upset about that I like him. That's why I'm upset that I like him because they don't deserve to have my favor on this because they stop short of completing it. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
I mean, really, this hip skirt shit. And when you look at the rest of the cat, when you look at the rest of the figure, and this is where this is where you add insult to injury. The rest of the figure is so good, and then you look at this little hip skirt shit, And what they did there, that's some generations toy shit you do. You know what I'm saying? That's not some masterpiece shit. It's not. And that's what my gripe is.
Okay, so one more since you brought up Big Bot. Better or worse than Ultra Magnus?
Oh. You know what? That could be a good comparison. That could be a good comparison because Ultra Magnus is another one that's really, really good, but just little things that started from being perfect, right? But I think for Ultra Magnus, it was just a lack of, to a certain extent, it was a lack of detail and the articulation in the shoulders. He's not as good as fuck, I can't say that. In some places, like the paint is better than Ultra Magnus. The paint is better than Ultra Magnus. I'm telling you, I can't. But see, this is where Takara has us right now. They're like fucking teetering on the fence. They're not knocking it out the way they should be, right? Because I don't see any reason why everything isn't MP10. Why isn't everything MP10? It's the masterpiece line. Why the fuck isn't everything MP10? Why do we have to do this? Why do we have to say, oh, it's good as this, but not as good as that? Just a little bit here, just a little bit. Can you add a little more salt, pepper, and oregano? You know what I'm saying? Like, why isn't it fucking the way it should be?
Well, I think it goes back to our, one of our earlier shows when we talked about what makes a masterpiece a masterpiece.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I collect masterpieces. I expect them to have a certain level of engineering. Yeah. I expect them to have a certain level of paint. I expect them to have a certain level of articulation. And at least in my opinion, recently, they're hitting like 2 out of the 3, but it's like they can't hit 3 out of 3 like they used to.
That's what they're doing with this. That's exactly what. Who was it? Dust Mites. Ed made a comment in one of my threads for the review, and he called me a fanboy, right? Because I actually decided to like the figure, and I was like, nah, I'll give him 3 out of 4. I give him 3/4 of the way. You know what I'm saying? But it's not right. It's not right. With so many pluses, I don't understand why they didn't clean the plate. I don't understand it. I don't know, man.
I think it goes back down to design.
Yeah, it does. It does. Now he kills that fucking voodoo shit, which I never thought I would say that for as long as I was talking shit. But he smashes that voodoo shit, man.
Okay, so hang on. Okay. So which voodoo do you have? The black Ironhide?
I had the black Ironhide, yes.
Okay.
I got rid of that shit.
The ratchet is much better.
Yeah, I've heard you say that bullshit. I'm not buying into that, Tyler.
Okay.
I'm not buying
that shit. Well, I would send it to you to review, but I'd be afraid that I'd get it back in a box full of pieces.
Yeah, you probably would. You probably would, and it would probably be spiteful. It would be done out of spite. Like, why? Because if it is better, if the plastic is better, then why the fuck didn't you put that out with the other one? You know what I'm saying? Instead of charging us that price, why would you charge us that price for that first one, knowing that shit wasn't right? Because the prototype for that fucking Voodoo Ironhide was fantabulous. And then they put out that bullshit.
What I heard on the interwebs was just that they actually changed their factory in between the 2 releases because they got so much grief about the black one.
Yeah, I heard that shit too. Now, what you guys gonna do to make up for that? Because look, you know what I'm saying? What you gonna do to make up for that? Because motherfuckers already paid for that black one and got ripped in the ass. So what you gonna do to make up for that there, Voodoo?
I paid $40 for mine. I like him for $40. That
black one?
Yep.
You know what? If I paid $40 or $50 for him, I'd have been fine. That was a cash grab on their part, and it's fucked off. They say they changed factories. That's quite possible. But you know what? I think that they wanted to get that shit out very quickly for the fucking convention to get some money. I'm purely speculating here. So I think they went with who they went with just to get the shit out fast and to make it less expensive on the production. I think they never had any intentions of going through those guys for the regular runs. And that, sir, I cannot forgive. I cannot forgive that shit. If I see you in the streets... Huh?
Why don't you give them the benefit of the doubt that they were actually doing right by their consumer and they wanted to improve their product? That's why they changed factories. Give them some credit, Brave.
Tell you what, when you put out the next figure that is not of that mold and that motherfucker is on point, that shit is decked out, then I give you the benefit of the doubt. But you've already fucked me over for $100 and something. I'm not.
So what if they give you your closely held, dearly loved Jazz?
No, it's not Jazz. It's Cliffhanger. It's Cliffhanger. It's Cliff Jumper. If they give me a Cliff, that's Justin that wants that Jazz. I mean, I want a Jazz. Don't get me wrong, but Cliff Jumper is the top of the list for me.
Okay, so what if they gave you your Cliff Jumper
and they did it right? Hey, no harm, no foul. No harm, no foul. All will be forgiven.
Well, there you go, Voodoo Robots. You have your way to Mickey's heart. Send him a test shot.
Send me a test shot of that fucking Cliff Jumper, and I will shop the shit out of that review. I will have that shit every fucking where.
He'll live up to his spam folder nickname.
You fucking know it. I'll spam them. I'll have that motherfucker up in G.I. Joe forums. Right now, I am a member of fucking Transformer boards in Europe, in Canada, all of these different places. I will have that shit up all over these motherfuckers. Whether I can have it up or not, I'll get it up. Just get us a Cliff Jumper, man. I want to bring up one more thing, and then if you want to go somewhere else with it, we can. Where are you at with the Toy World stuff now? We're talking Devastators.
Well, I mean, I'm still in. I've paid for them. They're currently sitting in my stash. I'm still in right now. I can tell you, the one arm that I got so far, I really enjoy it. I think it's really cool. I think some of the design elements and like the way things move is pretty genius. But the thing that's got me concerned lately, man, is since they started showing more of those pictures, like him combined, man, he skipped chest day, man.
He's skinny. He's a skinny baby. He's anorexic.
Which is kind of surprising since there's two bots that make up his torso. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's really skinny. And I'm wondering, is that because he's so tall that he looks skinny like that? And the arms are so long? Because those are some long arms.
Yeah, I was about to say, man, the arms aren't doing it any favors either, man.
Yeah, he's. I mean, he looks hefty. He looks strong. I think he looks magnificent. I'm still in for him. I see everybody jumping away from Gravity Builder for Toy World, and I think that's a mistake.
You know what, man? Like, I like my Gravity Builder bots so far, and I know a lot of people give them hate, but like to me, like I like the liberties they're taking with the design, and I think he's going to look awesome up there next to like Feral Rex and the Orbitron Bruticus and Computron and the rest of those combiners that are all about that same size. Like I think he's perfect.
I'm actually planning on displaying him by himself because I'm in for both, and he's so far, and not because he doesn't fit in with the other stuff, but because he looks so much better than everything else. Does that make sense?
I don't know about better.
He looks. But I've for a long time I've said that I'm ready to see not to see us leave the G1 arena with our Transformer look, because I don't want the equivalent of a Michael Bay Transformer. You know what I'm saying? But with everyone that complains about third parties stealing. Everybody's like third party stealing, all those guys, right? Here you have Generation Toy, which is still going off of the character that was the Devastator character, but it looks nothing like the Devastator character. It looks nothing like the fucking Constructicons, other than the fact that it's drawn from those original characters, and each vehicle is what the vehicle is. That shit looks. What did it for me is that fucking face sculpt. When that picture that we posted on the Toy Detox page, where they showed that fucking head sculpt, and that shit looks like art. I would love to have this bitch in the fucking test shot in the prototype colors. I would love it. I would love to have that. I would love to have it. That shit looks awesome to me. Like you said, I love the liberties they're taking. I love how far away from the original G1 look and the original character design they are. I love that shit. And I think it stands far above the look, the aesthetic of most of my other Transformer collection.
You know what? See, but that, like, the reasons you're stating are the exact same reasons why I like the Warbotron Bruticus.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the vehicles aren't exactly the same as they were in G1, but, like, when you put them together and you put them up on the shelf, like, that's a badass looking robot.
Oh yeah, he's a beast. And you know, to your point, again, I think that's what makes it stand out. Okay, so yeah, we're doing the G1 stuff, we're doing Transformers, but you are a third party company, so take some liberties. And I know that's a scary thing because you know you got. I think we're a minority because the average collector wants it to be G1, and if it's not G1, fuck it.
See, but at the same time, like, to me, like, these characteristics and, like, it's, you know, stylized as they are, like, I don't think Hasbro or Takara would ever do anything like that.
No.
Like, if you want a true G1, like, you're gonna get it from Hasbro or Takara.
Yeah.
Like, if you want something that's, you know, got some artistic value to it, I mean, it's perfect for third party to dive into.
Yeah. And I like what they're doing. Go ahead.
Transformer nerds just want to complain just for the sake of complaining.
Yeah, that's a given.
Shut up.
Given. That's a fucking. It's not G1. Yeah, that's a fucking given.
I'm probably gonna get hate mail for that too. So
yeah, you definitely will. You definitely will. Hey, hate mail is good mail, buddy. But yeah, man, I think that people people are getting caught up in. I mean, the Toy World stuff looks good. I'm finding myself not as in favor of the individual bot modes as I thought I was going to be.
See, that's kind of where I think Toy World kind of shines over G Creation. It's like, again, if you want that G1 aesthetic, like, Toy World to me is much closer. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it definitely is.
You know, I'll have them both at the house for a while, but I mean, like, my plan all along was to, like, have one, like, in my proper collection room and the other one, like, I'd have in my office.
Yeah. Yeah. So either way, you're saying you're going to separate them, right?
Yeah, like, you know, I might have them by each other for a little while, like, you know, one in combined mode, one in individual bot modes, but, like, my plan all along is, like, they're not going to be near each other.
My original plan was that I would have them displayed. One would be in the Devastator mode, one would be in the individual bot mode. But then I got to a point where, well, shit, both of these bots look good. Both of these Devastators look good. So I had to rotate them, like, every other week, rotate them out and transform them and break them down and all of that shit. But as I'm seeing the bots come out, I don't know. I think that I put the Toy World shit with the rest of my collection, and as you said, I'll have my generations. I have my my Gravity Builder unto itself because I have a few pieces that are just by themselves, like my fucking my Matty Collector Voltron. That's by itself, and this is one of those figures I want to have off by itself because it looks good. The sculpt of the fucking Devastator is sick, man. That fucking head sculpt like a person. You know, like you can invite him over to dinner or some shit. That shit looks fucking dope. And I don't think that's comparable to any. I don't think that's comparable to anything that we've seen so far.
So, are you okay with having your Devastator that much bigger than the other combiners?
Ah, yeah, man. That you should see my collection, dude. The way I do shit, I got like I'm not a stickler for the scale shit as long as it fits and it makes sense. Like my records are like fucking all over the place. Obviously, you know, I'm not a stickler for that shit. And in my opinion, Devastator should be bigger than... He should be the biggest fucking combiner.
Yeah, I've heard people make that argument, and I get well, there's 6 instead of 5. Yeah, dude, I can count. But, I mean, like, in the show, like, he was the same size as the other combiners, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but in Mickey's mind, in the mind of Mick, Devastator was the most powerful of all of the combiners. He was the Gestalt. Like now, don't get me wrong. He's not my favorite combiner. Is Bruticus. That's my favorite Gestalt, right? Seconded by the Stunticons. But Devastator to me was always the most powerful, the biggest when I was a kid. And Which never made sense to me that the fucking actual G1 toy was so fucking small.
So you're telling me Devastator is the most powerful, but Renzi and Frumble can knock him down and take him apart?
They were at a vulnerable period. They had just watched They had just seen their leader go through some shit. They were low on energon. You know what I'm saying? They were cramped up. God. They had carpal tunnel syndrome from being cramped up inside of that fucking Astro Chain ass. You know, it was a lot going on at the time, man. They just been giving it. And don't forget, they had just gotten their ass whooped by the Dinobots.
Don't give me that shit.
Dinobots whooped their ass, dude. Dinobots whooped their ass. Hey,
Dude, speak.
Huh?
No, go ahead.
No, I was going to say big ups to the KO Grimlock. That shit's fucking awesome.
Oh, God.
Ah, yeah, he's so sweet. I got my little fucking wheelie on his back. He's so fucking dope.
Speaking of Menasor, dude, what do you think of that third-party Menasor? The Transmissions one.
What?
You in?
What? What third-party Menasor? Oh, wait, no, I'm tripping. What? Oh, fucking brain cramp. You said third-party Menasor. I've been sitting here thinking about a new Superion to scale with the Toy World Devastator. So when you said Menasor, all I heard was Superion. That's all I heard. Yeah, I'm in for that shit. I'm in for that shit, man. That shit looks good, dude.
I think it looks really good too, man.
I love the idea of getting MP scale IDW designs. I love that shit, man.
Well, yeah, man. Like I was on the fence. Like I was just kind of like, man, is this really the Menasor that I want? Like he looks good. It's probably the only one we're gonna get. And then like when those pictures came out, like with them next to like the MP cars. And
oh
MP
yeah,
10,
baby.
I was like, all right, I'm sold. I'm in.
Yeah.
Done. Take my money.
I was already sold because I read that. I have that comic series. I read that series with the Stunnicons in it. So I was down when I saw that they were doing it. But when I saw Motor Master next to Prime, that's the fucking standoff I've been wanting to do for forever, dude. So yeah, buddy, I'm all kinds of fucking in. Go on.
No, I'm just laughing. No, man. Like I think.
What the fuck's up with your fucking phone, dude? Hello. Listeners, please pardon Tyler's phone. It's sucking. He just paused. He put me on hold. He should be coming back in a moment. I'm not editing this shit out. I want the world to know Tyler's phone sucks balls.
Dude. I think the nerds in the fandom heard us talking shit. And
there's a lot of fucking hate for our conversation today, isn't there?
They're calling to yell at me. They're not even waiting till it airs.
It's fucking universal hate. Fucking Tyler. We've got to find a way to hack into the. We've got to hack into the mainframe. We got to get him. There's some nerd right now. There's a nerd in the machine. There's a nerd in the machine right now fucking with you. What were you saying, though, before you were so rudely interrupted?
No, I was going to say, like, I think going back to our earlier nerd conversation, like, I would like a much more G1. But, I mean, like, it looks good, man. And I think it kind of goes back to that. It's stylized. Like you said, it's a little more IDW. You know, I like where it's going.
Yeah. I don't know if I like the roller skates, though. I'm going to give you that one. The inline skates, I don't know about that.
You know what, though? I think once they're in color, I don't think it's going to be as bad as it looks in grayscale.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I hope so.
Because I mean, there was a lot of people like hating on the Warbitron like Computron feet at first too, but like to me those are some of the best feet out there.
I hate those two.
Gosh,
hey, you know what? I'm going to get straight this week.
I was about to say, have you got straight yet? Because we're going on about 5 weeks, I think, of you saying you're going to get them.
I would have got them last week, but I got in a bunch of. Hey, well, let me say something. I got in a bunch of shit. I got a bunch of 3A shit in. Yo, you know I love some 3A shit.
We got some baller status over here.
I got some 3A shit in, and you get 3A, you got to go into the fucking unofficial 3A Legion BST group to get your 3A because anywhere else is gonna be too expensive. Fucking Big ups to fucking Pinkerton, Chris Pinkerton. I got the he was slinging that fucking empty Star Saber.
Okay.
I got it from him, and all I've been thinking about since I got him is I gotta trade this shit. So.
Well, the ROC crew listens, so Chris, you hear that? You gave Brave a deal, and he's turning around to
Hey, Chris hooked it up, man. Chris is the man, dog. Chris is the man. He hooked it up. But I got the figure in, and it's like your neighbor, like somebody dropped your neighbor's kid off to your house, and like you really don't like the kid, or no, not that you don't like him, you just don't know the motherfucker, so you can't have no conversation with the kid. You know, like the most I can ask him, hey, what you want to eat? What do you want to eat? You watch TV? And if he falls and like scrapes his knee, like I wouldn't give a shit because it's not my kid. I have no emotional attachment to the character, but I saw the chance to get the figure, and I've heard all these great stories about how awesome the figure is, and it's really good. But I don't have any attachment to the character, man.
I mean, he's cool. Like, the transformation's cool. Like, the way the Brainmaster works and, like, the little elevator in it and stuff. Like, it's cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
But, like, to your point, like, I'm kind of the same way. Like, I even bought those Lyle Kaiser parts from TFC. And I've had some times where I'm just looking at them like, why did I even buy these?
Wait, what did you buy?
You know what I mean? Like,
what did you buy?
Like, the TFC, the Lyle Kaiser parts.
What parts?
The Hellbat and the Bison.
Oh, yeah. I was thinking about going in and holding off on that. Yeah.
Like, they're
That's
cool
how far
parts
out
and
of
everything. Like, it's funny, man. They even feel like Warbitron, but like
I've heard that.
I just don't really have the affinity for Lyle Kaiser. And like I have Victory on DVD, but it's just like it's different when you're watching it when you're 34 years old versus, when you're 10.
You know what makes it hard for me? It's in Kami. It's not in Freedom. It's in Kami, so it makes it hard for me. All that fucking subtitle shit. I can watch anime.
Oh.
I can watch anime in subtitles, but I don't want my Transformers in subtitles, dude. That shit, I can't do it. That shit bothers me.
Well, they have that bad like dub version of it if you really wanted to watch it.
But isn't that just like a couple of episodes, like 1 or 2 episodes? Because I saw like 1 or 2, maybe 3 episodes where like Rodimus was fighting Galvatron, and was it Double Dealer was in it and shit like that? Or was it Punch Counter Punch, whatever the fuck?
I don't know how many episodes it is, to be honest with you. I just know that there's a bad dub version.
I would watch if they did the whole season, the whole series in the bad dub. I'd watch that. I don't want to fucking read Transformers, man. I read the comic. I don't want to read the fucking cartoon.
Okay, so there you go. Anybody listening, if you know if they have the entire season or not, hit Brave up so he can get an affinity for his Star Saber.
Yeah.
So he doesn't have to sell the one that Chris hooked him up with.
Yeah, because I really want the I like the whole. I watched some of the Headmaster shit as much as I could take with the whole fucking reading and shit. And I really wanted to get through it and get into it, but I just can't do all that fucking reading. I can't enjoy the fucking cartoon like that. I mean, I'm conditioned to watch anime and read the subtitles, but I'm not conditioned to watch Transformers and read Kami. I'm not there. That's interesting that your brain's wired that way. It is.
Well, and doesn't most anime come from Japan?
Yeah.
They're not commies.
Yeah. Hey, if it's not freedom, it's not freedom. So.
Shout out to Joey.
There you go. If it ain't freedom, it ain't fucking freedom. So, yeah. And then sometimes that's a whole nother conversation. Yeah, man. So I don't know. I don't fucking know. You getting Iron Will?
That's Hardhead, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's on my. I haven't got him yet, but he's on my must list. He's on my must pickup list. I honestly, man, I think Make Toys is knocking that out of the park with those headmasters right now.
They're killing it. Fucking Lenny got a dope ass pickup with him now.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, Lenny. I mean, dude. Like, I kid you not. Like, I think I said it on the last episode I was on, dude. Like, I changed a bunch of screensavers in my office to his Leonidas pick.
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah, the high definition one. So shout out to Decepticon and Lenny.
Yeah. If anybody, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And the third-party elite 1%ers.
There you go. Anybody who's not familiar with Decepticons pics, man, check them out on the Facebooks and the Instagrams and all of that shit. He's on the Instagrams, right?
Yep, he's on Instagram, Facebook. He's actually got a Flickr now, if you're nice to him.
Flickr. Nice.
So, it's the only way to see him in high def. So,
dude, so
if you think they look good now, they look even better.
Yeah, the high def shit looks fucking dope. They look fucking dope, man. I don't know. Anything else you want to get off your chest, man?
I think I'm good, man. I think I got some trees to kick and some bears to chase.
There you
some
go,
wolves
man.
To fight.
Go rape some wolves and shit. Hey, I want to give let's give some honorable mentions to everyone who sent in collection pics, and to anyone thinking about sending your collection pics. Yeah, please do send your collection pics, and we'll have them in the episode. I'm not sure. I've been so crammed this last week or so. I'm not sure if we gotten any in for this episode. I don't know.
Let them down, Brave. Don't let them down.
I mean, the motherfuckers got to send them in. You know, I mean, I'm only checking them. If they're not sending them in, that's like a whole other ball being dropped right there.
Actually, there were some really good pictures, guys. So if you guys normally listen to us on iTunes, be sure you go check us out on YouTube.
Yeah.
And check out all those listener picks. There's some really cool setups in there.
Yeah.
I'm not a D-top guy, but there was a couple D-top pictures. I was like, wow, these guys are actually doing them justice.
Yeah. That was what was the guy's name? I don't call it anymore. But yeah, he had a really nice D-top setup, man. A really nice setup, dude. Those are all the same guy. Because, you know, you guys can send multiple pictures. It's all good. We're not Nazis about it or anything like that. So, yeah, please send in your fucking collection pics. Hey, man, don't send us no more shit in no fucking tubs and buckets and shit. Don't do that no more. First time around, you know, we represent, and I understand the situation, you know, and you're supporting, so we appreciate it. But look, don't do that shit no more, man. You can you can open the bucket up and put the fucking figure on top of the bucket. If you can go in the fucking area where the fucking shit is and take a picture of the buckets, you can take one fucking figure out and put it on top of the bucket.
Well, I heard they were trolling Mike for Mike's hate for, you know, rug pictures and bedsheet pictures.
Oh, were they?
Carpet pictures, yeah.
Okay, well, in that case, go ahead, feel free. Anything that pisses off Mike, irritates Mike, trolling Mike, yeah, go at it. Go at it. Have at it, sir and ma'am, and the same. I want to give honorable mentions to the ROC, as always. I want to give honorable mentions to fucking SCU Shattercast and to Nerd Rage. Which anybody want to give some screams to, man?
No, I mean, you covered it. I mean, I just want to say thank you to all those guys. They've shown us a tremendous amount of support since since the show started.
Yeah.
Since when I've joined, those guys have gone out of their way to show us some love on their shows. So thank you very much.
Yeah, definitely thank you very much. Last show we talked about, I think it was last show we talked about fucking, or the show before we talked about fucking ROC being the fucking fandom Wu-Tang, you know?
The Wu-Tang.
Yeah, and fucking, so Ed sent me a PM and said that they were chanting that shit. They were chanting ROC ain't nothing to fuck with. Wu-Tang ain't nothing to fuck with at the last meetup or whatever. So that's cool, man. I really appreciate how these guys show his love and bring. I like that we're all. It's like a perfect circle almost. You know what I'm saying? And we all show each other love. I really dig that, man.
That's 3 shows enough, man. That's 4. That's the sport.
You know what? Fucking Tyler, the fucking show's over now. Show's fucking over. Just